Pitch Deck. Love Experiments. Created by Andry Platrites. Story by Andry Platrites. Logline. A chaotic, love-starved pre-doctorate scientist joins a research project in a Greek coastal city where failed dates, spiritual burnout, and a wildly controlling boss send her spiraling until she realizes the only experiment that truly matters is rebuilding her sense of self and finding the strength to create the family she longs for. Genre: romantic comedy. Tone: smart, warm, hilarious, and emotionally honest. Similar to Fleabag, Frances Ha, Eat, Pray, Love, but funnier, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Introduction. Based on a true story set on a Mediterranean Greek small coastal city, Love Experiments is a feature film. It tells the story of a young pre-doctorate scientist who gets a temporary job in a research project about improving lake and rainwater treatment. Her duties are to organize the experiments, procedures, and write the conclusions paragraphs of the lab findings. She supervises a team of students who work with her in the laboratory. A college professor is the project coordinator and directs the day-to-day process. The story touches on various themes that end in a series of tragicomic events, such as issues of conflicts, disagreements, synchronicity, obsession, disrespect between the professor and the lab group. Alex, as a low-profile person, does her best to avoid conflicts with Dr. Flyery, who has great influence on her. After working hours, Flyery deliberately keeps Alex in the office for personal matters or gossip, reasons that don't concern her. She leaves no room for her to slip away. Alex obligingly listens to her while trying not to fall asleep. At one point, she walks the road to home. Desperately, while walking, talks to herself or on the phone complaining about the bossy professor. Until she reaches home, many unexpected events happen to her on the road that drive her crazy. Alex, in addition to her research and career, lacks tenderness and love. At a conference, she meets a professor who came from abroad. They have a romantic relationship that lasts a few days. This relationship awakens her desire for romance with the goal of marriage. She decides to look for the right man to start a family with. In her search for a husband, Alex manages to get involved in comic tragic adventures. Characters. Alex. Alex is a 30-year-old British hydrologist and environmentalist. She's single and Emma's twin sister. She's independent, a feminist, sociable, and has a beautiful smile. Alex is well-educated and a dedicated scientist with ambitions for an academic career. However, at times she can be aggressive and rude, which might cause her to lose her charm and make a bad impression. Alex is a devout Christian with deep religious beliefs. However, during her studies, she had a romantic relationship with a Maltese Muslim of Moroccan origin. Their separation affected her deeply. Alex arrives on a small Greek city campus for a temporary research job at a college as a pre-doctoral researcher. There, she's faced with a stressful situation with the project coordinator who pushes her buttons. On the other hand, she wants to complete her PhD and start a family. She tries to find her balance with prayer and the advice of her confessor. Dr. Effie Flyery. Dr. Flyery is a 49-year-old Greek university professor based in Patra, attractive, yet burdened by existential insecurities. Divorced since the age of 34, she has a son who chose to live with his father in Athens. She teaches at the university and serves as the coordinator of the scientific research project where Alex works under a collaborating contract. As a team leader, Dr. Flyery is inflexible, controlling, and imposes her ideas without compromise. She is permanently stressed, bossy, and speaks in a fast-paced, high-pitched, slightly squeaky voice that escalates when she feels challenged. Her speech is often rushed, breathless, and emotionally loaded, verging on the hysterical, especially during conflict. Though she walks slowly and with apparent poise, she becomes physically animated while speaking, gesturing wildly, flapping papers, poking the air with pens, and pacing in sharp little circles. She can't stand still, especially when making a point, and tends to talk over others when asserting herself. In both her professional and personal life, she's demanding and self-important, craving special treatment and attention, with limited capacity for empathy. She lives alone and seeks attention from others. Ms. Nina. Ms. Nina, 60, is a retired English teacher and a single mother of 2 children. She hosts Sophia in her home. She's a native of the small city. She's an attractive personality. Her charm enables her to make friends easily. She loves to laugh, be happy, and appreciates beauty in everything. She's kind, sensitive, enthusiastic, and often shows selflessness. She seeks peace and balance in her life. Miss Nina suffers from an autoimmune disease, manifesting in various psychosomatic symptoms, which cause her grief and frustration. She's artistic and wise. Her own hardship has taught her a lot that make her a good conversationalist. She's a free spirit and passionately defends human rights and diversity. However, at times she becomes frustrated when those close to her have a limited perspective and tries to change their mind.